What up, guys? So today I am running some Bulwark, and I wanted to try out some new perks I didn't really try out before. Mainly the shield bashing perks. Shield bash is pretty cool, I think, to be honest. I like the, the sword and board gameplay. But I was interested in the shield bash perk. When you shield bash, you get a little bit of extra melee, and you can like interrupt enemies. You can stagger them basically. And I really wanted to see if shield bash had any good use at higher difficulties. This is lethal. This is lethal termination. Here we are trying to reawaken the consoles. This, basically one of the operations tasks. Specifically this task in this operation, I think it's very fun, but there's a lot of enemies. There is a lot of enemies this operation, and I felt like trying out shield bash against Tyranids was probably going to be the best case, since I wanted to get in a lot of melee. And of course I have Invigorating Icon. Missed that parry. That's pretty wild. I don't miss a lot of parries. But of course, for whatever reason, that melee swing felt pretty slow. But you know what's not slow? Is the power sword. And as you've seen there, with the shield bash there, you get like a little icon. But I really didn't use shield bash too often. I tried to use shield bash against pretty much like a group of enemies. Oh, big Guardian Relic here. Oh, and apparently one of our teammates just killed a Ravener. But we still have one more there. He's not coming towards me. Getting that dodge just in case. And we do have an assault and a tactical. So our damage is looking pretty good. All I really need to do in this operation is drop my banner and make sure I heal them. Get some parries with my power sword. Okay, wait. Now that I bring that up, the power sword. I think it's a good weapon, but I don't know what it is. Like some of the combos on the light attacks just feel a little underpowered. They just don't do enough damage. But we do have an assault here, so my gun strike damage is, is stronger. And I can just do the shield bash to get more melee damage. But I'm thinking about running some fencing chainsword on Bulwark to see how that works with the shield bash. Just so it gives me a little bit of extra melee damage, I believe. But regardless, I know I can go to power mode. Oh, look at those spore mines, dude. This was a very tough situation. Threw the grenade there. But yeah, so I might respec my power sword perks. Yeah, the Neo Volkite pistol is so good for those spore mines. Big parries there. Honestly, I've been figuring out that parrying is probably the best way to deal with a group of minorists attacking you. But here, we're in a tough spot. There is a lot of vines around us. There's a lot of spore poison, I guess you could call it. There's some missed parries there because I was pretty much just spamming it because there's so many enemies around me. There, I had to get the dodge. Luckily, I was able to get a counter right there to get armor. I didn't have the res perk, but I do have extra damage here for our teammates. I go for a parry there for some reason. Luckily, I had a stim just in case, but I definitely could have got away with that without using that stim. Just dodge that attack and then get the parry. But yeah, luckily, big banner there. I was able to pick up the assault as well. I like Bulwark a lot. Sometimes when I'm just like itching to play Bulwark, I just can't help but run, power sword with the shield Neo Volkite pistol. Making sure I have Invigorating Icon. That's obviously really strong. I don't use the res perk as often as I should, and I think I should try it out. I think it's very good. Obviously, it's the res. It's a res for your banner. But higher difficulties, like we have one teammate who's at mortal wound right now, so it is essentially my job to keep an eye on when they have a stim pack, and then I have my banner. I can clear up their mortal wound that way, which is nice. Bulwark is still in a really good spot, I think, especially with those gun strikes. And dude, that power sword cosmetic looks so good. The Dark Angels. I have used this quite a bit. Also, man, look at all that damage I'm taking right there. That's really rough. I tried to go in there with the Neo Volkite. Was not able to do that. I had nobody swinging at me. Yeah, I go from full health down to 1 right here. Luckily, I do have the Guardian Relic. I should have parried these Minorists right here. I think it's all this, yeah, drop the banner. What a bad banner. The thing is, I've been playing a lot of Assault, so I think, you know, maybe getting back in the swing of things with Bulwark, you know, it's, it's kind of taken some time with this operation. I mean, it's still lethal. It's kind of crazy. Get that gun strike. It's kind of crazy how bad damage can snowball in lethal. But yeah, I still think Bulwark's a very, very strong class. I think they're... It's just the damage on Bulwark hasn't been the highest recently. Most of the time when I see Bulwark get a high damage, it's normally with the Plasma Pistol. Like, mostly people just, you know, want Bulwarks to drop their banners. Big slam there. Get the armor boost. And yeah, the banner's obviously really strong. I try my best to run the banner with extra damage, but that is the one that's taken the place of the res banner. There's normally some items up there. Okay, so yeah, every fight we have here has been pretty tough, to be honest. Termination, lethal termination is definitely a bit of a, you know, there's some good battles there. It's a bit tough. It can be a bit of a pain. Making sure, yeah, always, every time when you fall down, make sure you slam. That's always the best way to do that. The Neo Volkite pistol I've definitely been enjoying. But yeah, so far, like, honestly, I try to, oh yeah, here I show off what we look like and our team perks. But yeah, I try to shield bash as much as I can, but that last fight where I went down, I got in trouble for shield bashing too early, and then it just left me open to just get the damage. So, I think shield bashing is good against, you know, basically mobs. I think you're probably better off doing, you know, like the Power Whirl combo for enemies that are calling reinforcements. You know, pretty much anything with the Power Sword is just really powerful. Well, any of the combos with the Power Sword is very, very powerful because of the perks. But yeah, the damage for the light swings, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like without gun striking it would take quite a bit. Like a blocking Power Sword with light swings, but who else uses the Power Sword? Maybe one day the Assault could get the Power Sword, and then we could actually figure out if blocking Power Sword is any powerful. Because I know right now it's just really weird to use blocking as Bulwark. Oh, here's a couple majors. Yeah, I don't know why was I parrying so bad this operation. I just went for like early parries against Minorists. It's just like putting me in a bad loop. But I'm getting the important parries. Here I just pick up the stims because they called them out, so I figured why not. I still like this boss fight. Even though I've ran it quite a bit, I still like the Bio-Titan boss fight. I like kind of how like certain people have like roles and everyone can kind of play, you know, play a certain part here. But yeah, here nobody was picking it up, so I decided to pick up the laser. And we still have a teammate at Mortal Wound. We have a tactical, which is nice. That tactical has been either using the grenade launcher or the melt. I actually haven't been able to pay attention to that really. I just know this tactical has been because yeah, one of the fights. Yeah, look, they just full healed. But yeah, one of the fights by, you know, when you like have to you know, open up the consoles or whatever. One of the first tasks in this operation. Oh, here's a banner because I just felt like we needed it. I wanted to make sure that the Assault had health, and you know, as a team, we were able to get this wave down. But yeah, the tactical has been able to just pretty much fight by themselves this entire operation. So there's a shield bash, but I go for the gun strike, effectively making the melee damage that the extra melee damage that I get from the shield bash not really worth it. But the shield bash did stun them, so I was able to shield bash and then get a gun strike, and then nothing was around me to punish me for that gun strike, which is nice. And yeah, here I'm going for a Bio-Titan shot. Something was supposed to hit me, but it did not hit me. But then I get hit by something, so I just kind of ignored that there. So overall, I enjoyed Shield Bash. I think it's an interesting way to go about like sword and board combat with the bulwark. But I gotta say, I don't know, maybe buff the stuns or something with it. Because right now, the stuns and gun strikes you get with fencing is just so worth it. Like, there's a lot of times when I went for shield bashes, but I also had a parry, and then I'd use the parry and get the gun strike, and then, you know. Overall, I would rate shield bash I don't know, like a 6 out of 10 or something. Maybe a 6, maybe a 7. But yeah, there our assault goes down, so now it's just me and the tactical on this Biotitan fight. I'm fighting this Ravener. It's kind of funny because I just keep placing the Ravener between me and that like obstacle. But yeah, and then it goes after the tactical and it gets immediately destroyed, which is kind of wild. Oh yeah, there's a major. But yeah, here's the light swings, gun strike. I went for the shield bash there, but got punished because yeah, apparently shield bash doesn't have like iframes or anything. You can definitely just get punished for using it. Big gun strike. I mean, this is a major, an enraged major. They do look really cool. I do like that red aura. Boom, parry. Gun strike. Do you guys know if you still get the team perk buffs if the teammate is dead? Because this assault is dead. So I'm hoping I still have the gun strike buffs. But yeah, the Biotitan right now, we got like a third of its health pretty much gone. The tactical is going for the recharge. The respawn times are pretty crazy on lethal. Like, what is it, 300 seconds? It's not even like based on minutes, it's just straight up 300 seconds. Like, that's not like a minute, what is it, 60 seconds? So yeah, that's obviously not a factor of like 60, I guess, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh no, it is. Oh my god, yeah, 120 plus 120 to 240 plus 60. Holy cow, I'm leaving that in, but it is what it is. Here, we were able to hit the Biotitan a little bit. Dude, the Biotitan can kind of move, like right there, just did this shimmy. It avoided like maybe one shot. No, that makes sense. It totally makes sense. So what is that, 5 minutes? 300 seconds is 5 minutes or something? Holy cow, that's funny. That said, yeah, it's a pretty long time, especially right here when we don't have the biggest wave to kind of cut down on that time right there. But yeah, there's a shield bash. There's some swings right there, buff swings, but now it's enraged, and it's down. So there's a lot of times, actually that's the second time I noticed this operation where I was able to get the, oh wow, that was kind of a whiff. That's rough. Well, okay, back what I was saying, where I was able to get the shield bash, and then get some light swings in, and then once they go for the swing, I get the counter, and then get the gun strike, and then they're dead. So it's like overkill a tad. So I should try the shield bash with the power sword without the light swings. I use the light swings because of the power sword perk, where you get like an extra light swing. Yeah, there's a shield bash right here. Oh man, I remember this. So, okay, see how like around me just gets more red because I keep swinging? And then like there's also the red just like on the textures around me. So I was having a hard time figuring out what I was actually able to gun strike here. So I just pretty much just swung and parried. Now I do have the banner. The assault is back. They are at half. There, I'll go for some parries and miss them. I just had some really bad parries for this operation. But I do like getting some, you know, minor clears here, getting rid of the minor enemies. These light swings are pretty good for it. Oh, there we have a teammate down. And I definitely want to use this banner soon, so I think I tried to figure out a way to res the assault where I wanted to get over to them. I go for the banner there, get the parry, get the gun strike, get the health back, and have armor. You don't always need to do execution. Sometimes you can gamble on a parry there, which was a pretty slick move. The assault is still down, which is rough. But we will get to that eventually. I honestly believe this tactical and myself could have fought waves off for quite a bit. we were getting a lot of enemies down here. So here's a big res, which is kind of nice. Because, yeah, we do need our teammates up so we can get these tasks. And, yeah, dude, this Dark Angel cosmetic looks really good. I'm definitely happy with it. I've been looking at the sniper cosmetics recently, the salamander one. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. That bolt sniper skin is very sick. Boom parry, boom gun strike, boom overkill, which, you know, that's like the third overkilled major in lethal. And, dude, I really do enjoy this setup. I gotta say, the shield bashing has been fun. I got more use out of it in this part of the operation. Now I'm just trying to protect my teammates and, you know, look for, you know, any enemies. It's kind of weird. For lethal, though, I expected more spawns. But we did have, like, 2 heavy waves in this boss fight, but we were able to get them out pretty easily. I'm definitely really curious on... Yeah, okay, so this assault was using chainsword. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be really curious. With shield bashing and chainsword, I kind of want to try out. I definitely want to try out. There's a good parry. And we get the Bio Titan down. That was a good boss fight. I think we did a really great job as a team clearing mob waves for sure. Dude, I can't wait for them to add a new Tyranid boss fight, dude. I'm super excited for any new operations, man. This is lethal termination that we take down. I've been taking down a lot of lethals recently, so that's great. But yeah, that bulwark itch, it was, you know, I kind of want to run bulwark back with something, but 10,000 damage. Holy cow, that tactical put up numbers.